Welcome to No Match for a Blaster, a Star Wars role-playing podcast. Episode 3, Homestead and Peril. I'm your walking carpet celebrating Life Day, and your host, Ito Davis. For myself and the No Match cast, thank you for joining us on our story. We're having a blast and look forward to another year of episodes. If you like the journey so far, please consider liking and sharing us on iTunes. Also, reviews help immensely. Without any further ado, let's light this candle and jump to ludicrous speed.
Previously on No Match for a Blaster, Marshal Remi Drobash and his friends, Cassie and Camiya Ceryss, saw signs of distress at the local granary. There, the bandit crew Sandstorm had begun to prey upon the fleeing residents of the moon. Our heroes found young Trevor Jansen and narrowly rescued him from the exploding mill. But where are the Sandstorm now? This is the question plaguing our heroes as they seek to protect their home from further destruction.
Remi, you do have a dispatcher.
Oh, I do? Okay. Alright. So I call it in. To the Star Hospital. Yeah.
The Star Hospital.
So I'll call it in and let them know, there's a fire over at the old Jensen's, farmhold out here. I'm bringing in the sun, but I didn't see anybody else here. There were a couple wrecked speeders. May just want to send some people out here to see if we can get those fires contained.
Do you think the rest of the family's already on that ship out there? Maybe Trevor was supposed to meet him.
Roger that, Marshal. This is Bernice. Do you need backup out there?
No, that's a negative. Right? I mean, what did we get from that last success on the perception? Oh, it was the duster?
The coat.
The coat, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'm going through the duster, by the way.
That's a negative. I think we didn't see anyone but the sun. So.
Roger that, Marshal. You go through the duster. You find, a switchblade, like a folded up piece of hide that has some stuff written on it.
You can take things in the real world and write stuff on them?
That's why I didn't make it paper.
Who does that?
In a normal place, it would have been paper.
I just kind of picture this whole scene as like Remi's driving, and the two girls are just like, excitedly talking about like what just happened. Like, right? They're young.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
and
awesome.
Like he's just like not really, not really saying anything except for what's over the dispatch, and they're just kind of chit chatting as like the windows are down and like it's hot, dust is flying up behind us.
Nice, I like it. Sounds about right.
It appears to be a map.
Oh, somebody drew a map on a piece of leather?
Who does that?
What is it a
You can't
map to?
find a vid screen anywhere. I don't know. Just take a look.
You look, it's like a very, very, very rudimentary kind of map of this. I'm gonna say you guys are in a basin area. And you can see, like, there's the granary, and there's a few of the homesteads, and then you can kind of see the city, and marked in there with like some kind of pin on it is like you see like a big circle around the granary. You see some lines drawn from certain homesteads to back to the city, and then those are already X'd out, and then you see another circle around one of the homesteads that your family has recently bought out.
Druck.
You're getting ready for that one, weren't you?
Huh?
You were getting ready for that one, weren't you?
I knew I was about to have to curse, and I was like, wait a second, I need to go find a curse word. Like, this is a shopping list.
Don't you just tell a droid your shopping list? Like, what's going on here?
No, but look. And she'll hand it to you. Look.
But we just bought this one.
So
that means we should go there probably, huh?
So they're about to attack our one of our properties now?
Yeah, one of the newer acquisitions. So it is adjacent to the normal family property. Temporarily handed it over, so you know that your two cousins, something and something, are the ones kind of getting ready to like integrate that in. So they're like going through and cutting and pulling down some of the old star posts and star barbed wire that is keeping the nerfs
Star barbed wire.
I was told to say star.
Okay.
Proceed.
Well, we gotta drop off Trevor first.
We gotta warn him too.
Well, yeah, got a comm unit.
That's a good point. And I have a dispatch. Okay, I get back on the dispatch and say, hey Bernice, this is Remi. Have an emergency response.
You mean Chuck?
Yeah, have Chuck. Have Chuck meet me at the Ceryss place. I have a feeling that they're gonna need me over there, and this kid needs some attention. I mean, I think he's stable for now, but you know, he needs something better than what I can do for him. So,
all right, Marshall, get the meat wagon with Chuck over there right away.
the Chuck wagon.
All right, over and out.
What are the two cousins that are working over there?
Joe and Annabelle.
Joe and Annabelle.
Yep.
So you told him to meet you. Okay, so you go over there. I'll go ahead and say that you have to cross the main homestead to so between where you are and where the homestead that I'm talking about, that line passes you across the main house of the Ceryss land. So you can essentially drop Trevor. You can drop Trevor off at the main house.
Yeah, and we'll come ahead. Let cousin Joe know to expect trouble.
Well, Cam is calling cousin Joe. Cass is going to call Aunt Evie, Cam's mom, and
wait,
she's
whose
like
mom?
My mom.
Maya's mom.
Okay.
She's a veteran of the rebellion, and you know, as far as we know, a total badass. Yeah. So give her a call. Just let her know that we think the Sandstorm is coming to the new homestead. And yes, Camiya's fine. No, we didn't stop for anything to drink. No, we're on our way. Yes, there was a little bit of trouble, but nobody got shot. Nobody got hurt.
Why would you tell her there was trouble?
Because I'm not going to lie. Plus, I kind of got hurt, and I'm covered in this. We have like a cloth or something back here.
Yeah, there's a emergency rashes kit under the seat.
Cool. All right. I owe you water. And she pulls out the water bottle and wipes off her face and hands and other exposed skin areas so that she's breathing again.
So you're going towards the you essentially reach the main Ceryss house. You called, so your aunt is at the house, and you called Joe and Annabelle. You know, they're like, oh, okay, you know, all right. You guys are coming over here?
Yeah, we're on our way, Joe.
Is that y'all over there? 4 vehicles coming up?
That ain't us. Get your guns out.
Oh, I need a cuss word.
Snark.
Oh,
Snark.
Oh, I just snarted myself. I gotta go. So you guys pull up to the main Ceryss house. Auntie is there. You can you hear the sound. You can like see off a plume of smoke coming up as Chuck. You can see in this massive kind of speeder van kind of a thing is coming and is bouncing around like a madman and stuff like that. So yeah, essentially it is one time plot away to get to the Ceryss farm, and then it's one time plot away to get to the new acquisition farm.
My mom is at the original farm,
Yep.
And so at the old farm, it's just Joe and Annabelle right now.
Yep.
All right.
In that case, Remi punches it to get over there quicker. Whether he can make it or not in time, that's another issue. But he's gonna try.
In a speeder, it's about 15 minutes. You get a call back on the comm. Son of a blaster! They're everywhere. We got to the house. We got to the house. They're circling. They're shooting. We only got the one blaster.
You didn't both bring your blasters?
We were just gonna undo some hitching with some posts.
You hadn't heard what these bandits were getting up to?
I didn't know they were gonna come for the posts.
When Camiya talks to her family, her accent comes out more. You didn't know what these guys have been getting up to?
You hear like blaster shots, like come through the comms. You can tell like he kind of like hit the ground. He's like, oh, holy Sith, they're coming. So
get somewhere safe, Joe. We're on our way.
You guys can give me a leadership to see if you can give some advice that'll help them out.
Oh,
All right.
This is gonna be difficulty 2.
Okay.
So you haven't been home in a while.
No.
Cassie, have you been helping out the family and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the homestead. You were there when Pa bought whenever the surrogate father bought the homestead off of them, and you did a quick walkthrough. Get an extra blue as a group.
Okay. All right, and so you said two difficulty?
Average, yes.
Average is 2. Okay. Oh, I failed, but I got advantages.
Okay, so.
So can the advantages bring us in at a advantageous angle to be able to help them out once we're able to get there? Can the advantages help it so that that we get there, we find a shortcut and get there faster, or we get to or we come in right behind them?
Tell you what, there is a dried creek that if you Dukes a Hazard over it, you can get there much quicker. And if you want, I'll give you you'll carry a blue die over to make that driving check.
Mm-hmm. I will tell Remi that, and if he objects to that as a dumb idea, she will probably offer to drive instead.
You tell him he's kind of gotten a somewhat steely-eyed, determined look on his face.
Nice.
That's pretty different from anything you've noticed so far. And he just kind of...
Oh, he's entered hero mode.
He just kind of nods his head once and kind of changes course just a little bit.
But I apparently failed at giving them any direction, so family's
so you're
not in good shape.
You're like, just find something to hide. Well, thanks, cuz we were just gonna hang out. Oh God, okay, we gotta go.
Shut up and stop talking.
I stopped talking. Now you're talking.
Yeah, you're still talking.
Over. I'm over this conversation.
Joe hasn't really changed since you left.
Over.
I can tell.
Okay, so this is going to be a piloting planetary.
All right. I have only 3 green.
Okay, this is going to be... Cassie, you worked on this vehicle, right?
Sure, yeah. Uh-huh.
So it's going to be 3 difficulty, but there's going to be an extra... So because you've worked on this vehicle, and because you had the advantage coming over before, Camiya, so it's going to be 2 blue, 3 difficulty, and you guys can use a force dice if you want.
See, he's trying to get us to use the force dice. He knows there's combat coming. He totally knows.
He doesn't.
You know what? I'll use one. So that'll change
1 green and 2 yellow.
So I'll get 2 green, 1 yellow. All right, 2 successes.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's a triumph.
And a triumph. Okay, yeah, there was a lot of.
Camiya thinks Remi is really cool now.
So you're rocketing towards it. You find this oddly shaped outcropping that looks exactly like a ramp that is mildly corkscrewed, and you go full blast at it. What happens? You succeed, but what is also the triumph?
Right, because that counts as okay. So
narrative critical.
Okay.
Narrative crit, yeah.
Okay. Right as we're you can see this at the edge of this creek thing coming up, and the ground just kind of slopes up. And I don't know that Cassie or Camiya would have noticed this, but at the last second, you do see Imp kind of reach up and like bite hard onto Remi's ear, like to hold on. And
Scream!
And, he hits this like kind of natural ramp type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when he comes down, there's like a lot of sand right there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like just kind of right where he lands. And so what happens is it ends up causing like a lot bigger dust cloud than it should be.
Ah.
That kind of like trails us, and so it looks like there's more people coming than just
Okay, that's perfect.
Nice,
Okay,
I like
so
it.
so you hit the rainbow, dun, 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 and then like you like the back of the speeder like hits the ground really hard, and you dislodge like these three like pretty big rolling rocks that kind of skitter off to the side. This big plume like kicks up. Speeders go really fast, by the way. So they kind of trail off to the sides, and it hangs in the air narratively long, but you're pulling forward. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, you know, there are three other pretty big, slower vehicles in your wake moving. You see 4 vehicles, 1 bike, 3 speeders. The bike is still moving around, but the 3 vehicles are stopped. People are kind of behind them, firing into the house.
Yeah, and I would say that we're approaching them like they basically don't have cover because they're using their vehicles for cover, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
and we're coming from the other end of that.
Yes, that is correct.
So we're coming from behind them, basically.
Yes.
As we, you know, jump over and hit the landing, and it just looks really cool and awesome. Camiya's just like, Marshall, I had no idea you were this cool.
Woo!
We should race sometime.
Cassie looks like she's having the best time of her life.
We're clearly taking this very seriously.
Remi doesn't say anything, but he does get a little grin on his face.
Aw.
Oh.
All right, yeah, I've got my gun ready.
I've got my stick ready.
All right, you start barreling forward.
Can I take it off stun? You know what? No, I don't ask. I just take it off stun. They're attacking my family.
As you get closer, you see there are 5 individuals. 1 is on a bike, still circling. There are 2 behind 1 vehicle and 1 behind, behind each of the others. And we'll say the one that's like dead center of the house is the one with 2 people behind it. Oh my God, Cammy, you're comp. Cammy, there's like 20 more of them coming.
Those are us.
What do you mean those are us? That doesn't. What do you mean? There's not that many friggin' badges in the city.
Just relax. We're here for you.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go relax now.
She hangs up on him.
Have they noticed us coming yet?
That's a very good point. Let me see. Let me roll some dice and see, because I don't think you get a stealth roll. That seems crazy.
No, we're coming in pretty fat. We're going for an awesome entrance, not a
not a stealthy one. Nope. We rolled that one out.
I'm gonna say they get like 2 green versus like 2 purple and a disadvantage. They fail.
All right.
And
Awesome.
the threat is.
Can I try to shoot at the one that's on a bike riding around still?
You want to shoot from the vehicle?
Yeah, I kind of.
You can in a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna say that.
Do I get a good shot on him or something like that? Like.
Yeah, I'll let you guys take a blue die if you want. So,
Okay, yeah. I'd say, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll say, Camiya, I hope you know how to use that thing. Get it out, get it ready. I'm gonna set you up for a good shot on that guy on the speeder.
She kind of gets a little grin, nods, and like pulls it up, kind of rolling the window down,
and steadying it on the side, looking down the sights.
Okay, I'll give you a blue die.
Okay, awesome.
So the difficulty is going to be medium
Pretty high,
range,
probably.
but
Oh, that's not bad.
no, it's not bad. It is going to be 2 black die from shooting from a moving vehicle.
Okay,
Sure.
that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna say, all right. Now when I pull up and stop here, we're both gonna need to get out and take cover behind this speeder. All right, get ready. Here we go.
Okay, cool. Let's try it out. I critted though.
Yeah.
All right, I would have critted.
So you fire your heavy blaster. What is it?
Yeah, heavy or blaster rifle.
Okay, your blaster goes, pew! And like it streaks across the air, and like at the very last second, the driver of the speeder bike like sees it and like swerves and kind of skids out, and like so a thing of smoke like kind of comes up around him. So he's gonna have a cover die, and the other 2 are.
Wait, why does he get a cover die?
I
have
see.
advantages.
Okay.
Those are
Yeah, those
advantages.
Those are
Okay.
mine.
So
Don't take those away from me.
he's gonna
Oh, it's hit with 3 advantages.
he's gonna skid out, and he's going to like roll away from his bike. But it does like it's gonna start combat. You've definitely lost like the surprise.
Okay.
We're gonna roll for that, but he is going to be prone on the ground, like, and not behind his bike. It is harder to shoot at somebody prone on the ground, but there's also going to be an advantage for some reason towards.
Well, he's not on his bike anymore.
Yeah.
And I would kind of like to kind of move this in a way where they're like to swing the back end around to where it'll kind of blow a dust cloud on them. Does that make sense? Like the dust that's following us, like kind of swing, almost make a big donut, and then kind of pull, like stop to the side.
Okay, so that would act the same as cover. If the ladies take cover, it'd be the same.
So just for like the first round, we would cover basically. Like if we wanted to move through that instead of just staying behind the.
Do you want to stop so you're medium range or short range of the bad guys?
I think I need to stop to be within short range.
I think your blasters are medium.
Oh, it is medium. Oh yeah, mine are medium. I'm sorry. For some reason I thought they were short, but no, they're medium.
You probably want short to try and actually hit enough.
Yeah, we'll do short range.
Yeah, so she misses. She probably shouts some curse word.
You guys are going to make a... It's cool if you guys are the initiators.
If you go to your combat tab, it's cool.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It's right there. It's cool if you're prepared. Vigilance if unexpected. Which mine kind of... For me, I get kind of screwed because my vigilance is better than my... Cool.
Yeah.
So it's better if I just go into it not knowing it's a fight, but that's weird.
Pretend like you don't know. Oh, I have no idea this fight is happening. Yes.
Thought we were going for tea.
Are we rolling against a difficulty, or we just roll the?
No, I think you just roll it, huh?
No, yeah, it's just roll.
There. Okay. I am cool as hell. I
You
am
are.
pretty freaking cool.
I was feeling good about my roll.
Dang.
I'm cool.
4 successes and 2 advantages.
Yeah.
What did you roll, Brandon?
I got 1 success and 1 advantage.
And Claire?
2 successes.
The baddies, they're each gonna roll like 1. So the way initiative works is that I've made up a thing. So, essentially, you rolled your initiative. That doesn't mean that you necessarily go at that phase. Is that you have a party slot at that initiative. So even though Bobby was the one who rolled like crazy high, if you really need like Brandon to go, he can just take that party slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the current order is going to be...
So we share 3 slots.
Yeah. And the same goes for bad guys.
How do you determine who goes first in that case?
You just chew.
Oh.
choose.
I assume
the team chooses.
I assume we can default to whoever rolled it can go in that slot unless there's something important that we need to happen first.
Well, no, I meant like with me and one of these guys rolled an advantage and a success. I mean,
so I essentially put priority on player characters.
Okay.
So right now it's player character, bad guy, player character, baddie, baddie, baddie. So the first thing is a player character slot.
Oh, I see. So it doesn't necessarily mean that I would have to go third, even though
you rolled the third slot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Although narratively, I do think it makes sense that I would go third because,
You're driving, yeah.
I'm driving, exactly, yeah.
You gotta put it in park and shut the lights off and check
And I
the
think
radio volume.
I probably would have
Set the parking brake.
Set the parking.
done it in a way where the girls could have both gotten out on one side,
yeah,
and immediately had cover where I would have got out on the other.
PC slot goes first.
I will. I want to jump out and shoot at one, and then duck back behind the truck.
Okay.
Or the speeder or whatever. Like, do I need to pay a movement to get to where I can shoot them? And then another one to get back behind cover?
If you shoot from the car and then get behind cover, that's one maneuver.
Okay. So I will... Yeah, it'll be a maneuver to get out, and then... the thing is just, like, it's a maneuver to get out, and it's... If I want to duck back in cover, it's going to be another maneuver.
Which would take a strain.
Yeah, which would take a strain, which is fine. I'll spend a strain to do that.
Okay.
It looks like it's 2 strain.
Is it 2 strain?
Yeah.
I will do that as well.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
fine.
Okay.
I kind of jump out of the car almost before it stops moving, and kind of step out. It's rolled slightly past where I originally got out, and so really I just kind of almost have to lean out on the other side by the back, and I'll shoot at one.
Okay.
What's my difficulty?
Your difficulty, you guys are at short range, so it's a 1 purple.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who are you shooting at?
What are they all looking like right now?
So there's one
the
prone on the ground near his bike. Because he is prone, it adds an extra difficulty to be shot at, I believe. And there are 4 others. There's one behind a car. Well, not behind, but there's one next to a car, there's one next to a car, then there's 2 next to a car.
You know what? I'll find somebody, whoever's sort of more in the middle, like probably next to those 2 next to a car, one of those.
Those are dead center.
Yeah, I'm going dead center. I want their attention to be, holy crap, somebody just shot one of our people. He's right there. So I'm going for a more dramatic effect. I want to go right in the center. There. And 1 difficulty, and... Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
5 successes.
And 5 successes. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage.
And you are not shooting to stun.
Nope.
You fire your blaster bolt, and it goes and catches the person right in the back of the head, and it just splatters, just like superheated plasma enters the base of the head and just explodes everywhere. Yeah, that was. The disadvantage for something that you want to feel like happened because of the 2 disadvantages.
Let me see. I'd be okay with I could take negative dice and narratively say that I'm kind of freaking out at the moment.
Yeah, that's probably what I would have picked, is that the other person
Okay, so the guy
next to him
how
would
about
take cover after the person next to him got killed.
Sure.
That's what I would say.
Sure. And then I use my second maneuver to duck back behind the star crown deck. Yeah.
Okay.
Just start it.
Don't forget to mark your strain.
I did. I marked it.
Next PC slot.
That was really cool. It looked cool. And it's the opposite of what I'm going to do. So
Oh
We
yeah,
borrowed
you have a
vehicle.
stick.
I have a really cool stick, by the way. But I'm gonna run over to the guy that fell off the speeder bike and whack him with my stick.
Okay.
I should have some sort of advantage because he's prone.
You do have an advantage. Melee difficulty is always 2 because it doesn't count range increments.
Right, but with advantage, what does that give me?
Advantage gives you blue.
This is gonna be fun.
Hit him with the stick.
I do not hit him with the stick.
So you swing your stick. He kind of starts to, he scoots just a little bit out, and you have 2 advantages to play with.
I would like to, because I think this, again, fits narratively, I would like to add a black die to his next check. Because basically he's surprised to have somebody try to thwack at him.
Okay.
And then my maneuver will be to get behind some sort of cover so the shooters can't shoot me.
You get behind his bike.
Yeah. So this guy, can still attack me. Not that I want him to, but the priority is cover from somebody else.
All right. Yep. You swing your staff, and it kicks up some dirts and rocks, and it gets him right in the eye, and he's already freaking out, and he actually is yelling like "ah!" And you actually get some pebbles in his mouth. All right. Bad guy's turn.
He knows what it's like.
I want the stick. I want the guy on the ground to go next. He's going to use his maneuver and stand up, draw a vibro knife, and come charging at you, which will be a strain to close. So it's always 2 purple. He has 2 of those, and you gave him 1 black die, right? Okay, so I hit.
Ow. Ow.
Damage is +1.
So his brawling +1 plus 2 more. Ow.
So 5. Piercing 2.
Well, that looks bloody and horrible then.
Oof.
But you do get 2. You may take a maneuver immediately if you want.
I'm going to maneuver back towards the Crown Vic.
Yep, you can do that.
So I'm like, oh, this is a really dumb idea.
And you just got stabbed.
Trucking back, and you can see, on my left side, around waist level, maybe a little higher, it's red, I assume. My blood is red. It's red with blood.
It's oozing a bit because wounds from vibro weapons don't heal, don't close very well.
I'm up to 8 wounds out of 13, so I assume it's fairly noticeable amount of blood.
Yep, you're going to have a scar.
It's going to look really cool, though.
I already have a mental scar from this battle. So,
all right, PC slot. I think that means you, Brandon.
It's Brandon.
Oh, it's me. Okay. So she is now back behind the speeder, right?
Yep.
All right. I was trying to see what all I could do, and I don't really know. I didn't see it.
You picked up a concussion grenade earlier.
No. I meant maneuvers and actions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I meant. I didn't know how many of those. Huh?
Aiming is a thing.
I want to get out of the car, the speeder.
Yeah.
And I've got some stim packs and an emergency med pack. What I would like to do is probably treat Cassie, or at least hand her something she could do herself. Would that be a maneuver, just to hand it off?
No, it's an incidental. That's fine.
Okay, then I'll hand her
Stim
the stim pack and the grenade. Okay, so I'm sure I've done a maneuver in there, right?
Well, you were in the car, so we'll say like getting out of the car and going to wherever you want to go, and giving her that stuff. That'll be a maneuver.
Okay, and which I'm assuming would put me in cover because she's in cover, right? Or do I have to spend another 2?
Yeah, that would be another one.
I have to spend another 2 to do that. Okay, I'll just do that and take a shot at the closest person. All right, short range is 1. There it goes.
There we go. Yep, you
2
hit.
successes.
Woo!
So, what is the damage of your pistol? So you understand how dual wielding works?
Yeah, I didn't shoot both. I just shot the 1.
Okay, good.
The damage is 7.
7. All right.
On the weapon is 7.
Oh, okay, then you have a +1 because you have the extra success.
Yep.
All right, you fire blaster. It catches him right at the hip. He kind of takes to a knee for a moment. Oh, he is real mad. Oh. So I got bad guys for days. All right. I've already done the bite guy. Oh, the last guy died. So I actually only have 2 bad guys. All right. No, that's not right. No, I do have 3. Okay, so the one in my head to the left that's not behind their car maneuvers behind their car and then fires at one's going to fire at each one of you. Camiya, I'm going to shoot at you. This is
Bring it.
Short range.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have cover.
You have
So
cover. So they're going to give the
miss,
next
but they get an
person a blue. Okay, the next person's going to fire at Cassie. So that's a blue, a black, 2 green, 1 purple.
Poor Cassie. She's not having a good day.
Maybe I should have killed her. Oops.
So that is, the damage is 5. So that's 6 damage. You get to soak.
So 2 of them, right?
Are you still up?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And the last one, this is the guy dead center. So he already took cover. So he's going to aim with his maneuver and fire at good old Remi. He's going to cause you to take 1 strain.
Okay.
He fires his blaster and it hits the bit of the car like right in front of you and like superheats like the metal that you're kind of leaning against, and it gives you 1 strain. Pew 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 pew. 'Cause what's happening out there? It's crazy. He's just starting to turn into Shaggy.
Well, that's his nickname.
Shaggy.
Shaggy. It's Shaggy Joe.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. We're all gonna die. Your family's weird.
Go back to the coolest thing you've ever seen thing. That's a lot better.
Oh, you know what? With just
That's
1,
weird.
it says I don't think you can do that with just 1. You have to have 2, but you can recover 1 strain with just 1.
Oh, was it? I thought that was
Yeah.
one of the spending.
Mm-mm. With just 1, recover 1 strain.
So, all right. So the next baddie to go. So that would be the bike guy. If he's not dead. Okay. All right. Never mind. You don't take that strain. PC slot 1. Oh my god, cuz it's so freaking cool.
All right, I'm gonna let either Cassie or Camiya go.
Well, as a maneuver, I
Yep,
stick
yep.
myself at the stim pack.
Okay.
As an action, I just pull it out of there, and then as a second maneuver, I stick myself, and I heal
Okay.
some more, and I look practically healthy. But I mean, they're filled with medicine, Bacta, and painkillers. So yeah, there's
Okay.
Bacta.
All right. You see the skin like reach out towards itself and kind of slowly, creepily, like HR geary, kind of stitched itself together.
So with those 2, I'm down to 3 wounds.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. But it's diminishing returns, so you can't just depend on stim packs
Good.
forever.
All right. Next PC slot.
All right, I'll take the next slot. So the one guy with the vibro knife is still right in front of them.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna get him. So pew is the general idea. So still 1 difficulty. I guess there's no reason not to aim.
Good.
And here we go.
Yes.
Yeah, he's down. And if he's not dead, then I critted. So
What happened?
this is
Rifles.
a very. This is my well, remember,
that's right.
this is my mom's old rifle. She has she's jury rigged it. It is even better than a normal blaster rifle. You know, Camiya had her pretty cool moment of getting out of the car and just shooting the one guy, and then her cousin just runs right out in the middle of everything and gets stabbed. Which naturally makes her see red. So she just turns, looks down her sights, and it hits him just dead center of mass. And he is just like blown backwards, and he does not get up again.
I would like to give blue die to Brandon for his next check. Sorry, to Remi. Is there anything important that I could notice in this conflict? Any
Sure. The one that's behind the center car that took cover after the other guy's head exploded looks like he has slightly nicer clothes. It's the leader.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll shout that. Marshall, that's the leader right there behind the car. And that's how I give him that's how I give him his blue die, is I direct him to where he can shoot.
Okay.
All right. He says, I'm on it.
Bad guy's turn. Yeah, let's do the leader then, because you pointed him out. He is going to aim and try and shoot at the person who's killing his men.
That's me.
He's going to aim.
I have cover.
And it's 1 difficulty. Pew.
Ow.
It's 5, so it's 6.
But I can soak 3 of them.
Yeah. He's going to start running towards the house. He's going to use the 2 advantages to take a maneuver. PC slot.
I would also like to, as he starts running towards the house, I'll calm Joe and Annabelle. Right. Leader's coming to you.
What do you mean the leader's coming to us?
He's coming to you. Either take cover or get ready to shoot.
Those are both maneuver actions. Okay, I will choose one of those to do.
Okay, so there's one. How many guys left? 2?
Yeah, there are 3. So there's the leader that hasn't been hit. There are 5. 2 are dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
I annoyed one, but he's dead now.
Okay, so the leader's running off, so that leaves kind of 2 guys left, right?
Yeah, those are the 2 that are by their own cars. Those are the singles.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fire at one of those guys.
Okay.
So it would be 1 maneuver to take cover, or am I already in cover?
You're already in
Don't
cover.
have-
You're in cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just 1 maneuver to aim,
Yes.
which doesn't cause me strain, but
That
gives
is
me a
correct.
blue die. Okay, that's 2 blue die and 1 purple die. Or sorry, 2, because I'm gonna fire 2 purple because I'm gonna fire
Yes.
both blasters. All right, so I had originally I was kind of sitting down, had my back against the speeder. You see me kind of turn around and draw the other blaster and look over the car, take aim with both blasters, all in one fluid motion as I fire both of them.
Jesus.
Bam, bam!
Wow.
I got
that's-
1 success and 1,
A critical.
2, 3,
Sorry.
4,
What's the
5
crit on your weapon?
5 5 advantages. So my
Yeah, you probably critted.
So that's
They
crit.
both hit and 1 crits.
Wow.
bam bam. All right,
Roll on the crit table. I
What
want to
is
see what the
that?
crit table says.
is that a D100?
Roll a percentile. Yeah.
86.
86. Compromise. Increase the difficulty. Yeah, okay, he's dead. Okay, that's not as much fun. All right. Imp, like at that very moment, John Woo style, like starts flapping up. Caw! Woo woo. In 1 fluid motion, both blaster bolts go flying. 1 catches the person like over the cover, like through the left shoulder. They start to spin, and the other blaster bolt catches him in the next shoulder as they're turning. So they like almost comically like spin in place and fall over. And you have a nice little smoke trail coming up from both of your blasters. Okay, so bad guy's turn. Maneuver, get into the car, and maneuver to start to try and drive away. I'm gonna Jesus, I'm getting out of here.
Well, Goran thinks so.
Back up to PC slot 1.
I want to get the leader.
Okay.
He's going right towards my cousins. I will aim and I will shoot. Yeah, and I crit. All right, so that's
All right,
10
how much damage
damage
is that?
and crit. 10.
10 damage and a crit. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a percentile.
28.
28.
Discouraging wound.
Flip
Flip
1.
1 light destiny. Dark. What?
Oh, I guess it's the other way. So flip 1 Dark Destiny to light? It looked really cool is what we're saying. And we were like, yeah.
There you go.
Hooray.
Okay. He is still up.
I'll give the next person a blue.
You shoot him, you catch him in the small of his back. He stumbles for a moment, but he's still moving towards the house. Next PC slot.
Okay, I'm going to throw a grenade. I am going to spend a force point.
Okay.
And take the 1 blue.
So what I'm going to say is that you use a maneuver to get up to short range, and then you can throw.
I will do that.
Okay.
Which only is then 1 purple?
A ranged light weapon, but they are also short range. So it is difficulty 1, but they have to, So.
That's fine, I'll move up. Okay, so...
Stun and frag both deal 8 damage.
Oh, alright. That's what I was looking for.
So I'll say that it crits on like a 5 though, because frag grenades crit on a 4. So this is a kind of grenade that it doesn't tear things, it moves things. You know what I mean? So like think like grenades out of like Halo. So tell me what happens.
She throws it and it's dead on. Hits him square on like right between his shoulder blades. And thumps to the ground, and he turns and he kind of knows what it is. But he's also thinking, why would somebody throw a rock at me? You know, when you have those dual thoughts of, I know it's this and I know it's that at the exact same time. And his eyes go like bug wide. He does the whole like cartoonish awooga, and his eyeballs pop out of his head for a second. And then it detonates and it throws him right up against the wall of the house where his poor head is crushed in a horrible, painful, crunchy fashion. And I will use my 2 advantages to give a blue die to... I will upgrade Cammy's next check and give her a blue die.
Ooh. Upgrade and give it?
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, because you're using the Triumph for that.
Yeah.
Whoa. All right.
Remi kind of stands up and he says, I don't know whether to be impressed or upset that I gave you that grenade. and he kind of holsters his weapons, and he kind of nods towards the truck that's kind of getting away, and he says, personally, I always like to leave one to tell the story, if you know what I mean. But it's up to you.
The bad guy's turn, they go from medium to long.
You know, I had also been thinking, like, letting one go off to tell the story. It's a good idea, but now I've got such a good roll.
Make an intimidation check and just... so it makes their story even bigger.
To just, like, freak him out even more, thinking he barely got away with his life. Kind of thing.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll make an intimidation check with my blaster. Can I do that, you know?
Sure.
Cool. I aim, and I make an intimidation check with my blaster. You said it's long range now?
Coercion check. Yeah.
Well, he's coerced.
No, you see it like kind of swerve a bit. Oh my god, cousin, that was so cool!
I assume Joe and Annabelle are running out.
And Annabelle like walks out, picks up the heavy blaster pistol off of the leader, and then like starts breaking it down and cleaning it, and looks very like bored. Oh my god, that was the most badass thing I have ever seen, and I have seen somebody flip a nerf over twice. It was so cool.
Glad you're okay, Joe.
What have you guys done without me here? How have you gotten by?
We took down 12 posts. That's all I got. That's what we did. It was a boring day. I don't...
Go over and hug Joe and then Annabelle.
Oh, it hugs you back.
Alright. You alright? Did they get you?
They shot at us a few times. We were okay. We took the star. tracked her back over here. Got here just in time before they rolled up. It was terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
I can tell Annabelle was super scared.
Well, it's hard to tell. She was kicked in the face by a star goat, and can't really, her jaw's been wired shut since. So,
Star goat.
She looks up at you as if like just, and like looks back, starts breaking down the gun again.
Annabelle, hon.
Ito doesn't want to
blaster.
Ito doesn't want to do a Southern girl accent. That's.
One of these days, we're gonna make you. Now that you said
We're gonna make you.
I know.
We'll
I'm
make you
aware
do it.
when I said that.
As soon as you said it out loud, I hold out my hand for the blaster that Annabelle's picked up.
She hands it to you. You see that this jacket that the previous leader of this group was wearing is very similar to the one you caught from the other place.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty dang similar. Okay.
I don't want to be the only one looting here, but
Are you stealing his clothes now?
well, he stole this in the first place. Here, have something that's armored. And she'll hand it to Cami.
What does this jacket look like?
It's a black, like leather kind of duster kind of thing.
Feel that material? It's armored.
There's something poking out of the pocket.
Is it
But-
a lightsaber?
No.
I-
Oh. I don't know. We could stumble on that.
I look.
It's a piece of leather.
Okay.
Non-blackened nerf leather.
Is there anything else special about this leather?
Yeah, there's stuff written on it.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the rest of this description.
You never looked at it. You're like, all right.
I'm looking at it.
All right, it's a map. It's another map.
Does it look like the other map?
Similar. It's a little different. So on there you see mostly the same stuff, but you see X's. You see an X over the comm station. X's throughout other places on the map, and then it there's a line going towards Cassie's old bunker with lines also showing that these other places that people were going to effectively go to after they're done with those, they're also supposed to go to the bunker.
Okay.
This is probably
Right.
bad.
I'll hand it to her. I thought that bunker was all cleaned out already.
Yeah, it's really not.
You see a very kind of excited look on Camiya's face, like, really?
Cassie looks very nervous now.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave us a review on iTunes. If you have a comment for the show, you can find us on Facebook or Twitter at No Match Podcast. No Match for a Blaster is a podcast by Morality Plays. Star Wars: Edge of the Empire, Age of Rebellion, and Force and Destiny are made by Fantasy Flight Games and Lucas Books. Our theme is by Kevin McLeod, sound effects by Tristan Longren, Vindus, and Akmov. And I'd like to thank, of course, my players: Brandon playing Remi, Claire playing Cassie, and Bobby playing Camiya. And have a wonderful life day, everyone, and I'll see you in a galaxy far, far away.